Did you know that Samsung's next wave of devices may have just quietly shown up in IMEI databases? And it's not only the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 and Galaxy Watch 9. The same trail also points to two unreleased Galaxy Tab S12 flagships, lining up for a late 2026 tablet push, while the wearables likely hit much sooner. Today we're talking early sightings, model numbers, and timing clues that suggest Samsung's summer pipeline is already locked in. We've got fresh database hits for the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2, the Galaxy Watch 9 series, and two tablets that look like the Galaxy Tab S12 Plus and Tab S12 Ultra. And here's the bigger reason this matters. These kinds of registrations usually show up before the marketing machine starts, before the teaser trailers, before the official leaks. It's the boring paperwork stage that often signals the fun stuff is actually real. First, the headline. Samsung has reportedly been spotted registering 4 additional devices, and the model numbers are doing the talking. And right next to them, 2 tablets appear. SMX846 and SMX946, which are being associated with the Galaxy Tab S12 Plus and Galaxy Tab S12 Ultra. Now, IMEI database appearances don't give you the whole spec sheet. You don't get a glamorous render, you don't get a press release, you don't even get a color name. But you do get something that's hard to fake at scale, a breadcrumb that these devices exist inside Samsung's system in a way that usually lines up with real hardware roadmaps. So let's talk about what this probably means for Samsung's next Unpacked season. That's why the strongest expectation right now is this. Galaxy Watch 9 and Watch Ultra 2 show up at the same Galaxy Unpacked event as the next foldables, likely including the Z Fold8, plus whatever other foldable variants Samsung is cooking. And yes, there's already chatter that 2 Galaxy Z Foldables could be in development beyond what we've seen, so the stage is getting crowded. So the question isn't, will Samsung make them? That part looks increasingly obvious. The real question is, what changes are big enough for Samsung to justify the upgrades? Those 2 tablet model numbers showing up alongside the watches suggests Samsung's planning is spanning multiple launch windows, not one single event. And based on previous release schedules, the Galaxy Tab S12 Plus and Tab S12 Ultra are expected to arrive late summer 2026, potentially alongside a new Fan Edition phone. That timing would mean the tablets are on a different clock than the watches. The watches likely hit earlier in the season with foldables. The tablets come later as a separate push, when Samsung wants to own the back-to-school and productivity season conversation. But the bigger twist is this. The presence of a Tab S12 Plus and Tab S12 Ultra, without any clear sign of a smaller base Tab S12, hints that Samsung may skip a direct successor to the smaller model this year. And Samsung has done this kind of reshuffle before. If you remember how product lines evolve, companies will sometimes prune a tier that isn't selling the way they want, or they'll reposition the lineup around higher margin models like the Plus and Ultra. So if this leak holds, Samsung's premium tablet strategy could be even more go big or go home in 2026. Now let's get into the Tab S12 Ultra rumors people actually care about, because this is where the speculation gets spicy. The biggest talking point is the display. The expectation is a massive 14.6-inch AMOLED around 3K resolution with a 120Hz refresh rate, because Samsung knows that Ultra tablet buyers want the best screen, full stop. And there's also talk of stronger anti-reflective coating, which sounds small until you use a giant glossy tablet under bright lights and realize reflections can ruin the whole experience. Then there's the chip question, and this is wide open. Depending on region and Samsung's strategy at the time, people are throwing around possibilities like an Exynos 2600, a high-end Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 type chip, or a top MediaTek option like a Dimensity 9400 Plus variant. The key isn't the brand name, it's the promise. The Tab S12 Ultra needs to feel like a laptop-class tablet, not just a big screen for Netflix. Ultra buyers want to multitask, run heavy apps, edit, create, and keep it cool and stable. Memory and storage rumors are even more aggressive. Some leaks suggest configurations up to 24 gigs of RAM and up to 2 terabytes of storage, with base models starting higher than people expect. If that ends up close to true, Samsung is basically building a tablet that can replace a lot of people's portable computer needs, especially with DeX and keyboard accessories. Battery is another big one. There's talk of around a 12,500 milliamps battery, aiming for all-day use without compromise. Again, with a screen this big, battery is the difference between impressive on paper and actually usable. Cameras. Still fuzzy because tablets aren't camera-first devices, but people are expecting something similar to recent Ultra tabs. A solid front camera for calls, and a respectable rear setup for document capture and occasional shooting. Accessories are where Samsung can really make it feel premium. As pen support is basically non-negotiable, and you can expect Samsung to keep pushing keyboard covers with trackpads and possibly dedicated AI keys. And yes, AI is absolutely part of the messaging now. Writing tools, image generation, object erasers, smarter assistants, and on-device features that make the tablet feel like it's doing work with you, not just displaying your work. Now, one more angle that matters: software support. Samsung's been leaning hard into long-term updates. If the Tab S12 line launches with the newest One UI on Android and keeps extended support, that changes the value equation. People keep tablets for years. Long support makes an Ultra tablet feel like an investment instead of a temporary toy. So when you put it all together, this IMEI citing isn't just some devices exist. It suggests Samsung is building a pretty stacked runway, wearables and foldables first, then flagship tablets later, plus the ongoing churn of phones like the FE line. And that's happening while everyone's distracted by the trifold landing in the US and the S26 rumor storm. And the early database hits are basically telling us that pitch is already being assembled. If you want, I can do a dedicated rumor roundup on just the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 and what Samsung has to fix for it to truly earn the Ultra name. So hit subscribe and tell me in the comments which one you care about more right now: Galaxy Watch Ultra 2, Galaxy Watch 9, Tab S12 Plus, or Tab S12 Ultra. Do you think Samsung should skip the smaller Tab S12 entirely and go all in on Plus and Ultra? Or is that a mistake that hands the mid-range tablet market to everyone else? Drop your take, and in the next video I'm going to follow the foldable trail tied to this same summer window, because the device count doesn't add up unless something new is coming. See you in the next one.